All right, y'all. So thank you so much. All right, Ebony. And I got you, Gary. So when it comes down to it, thank you so much for participating in that book interview with me. And I hope y'all learned a lot. Did y'all learn a lot?
There was several things that came out of that, man, that was kind of eye opening, and it made some things make more sense for sure. I know for me.
I'm super happy to hear that. What about you, Ebony?
Yeah, I absolutely agree. There's some things that mm, I didn't even hadn't even considered that now, have my mind kind of going.
That's good. It's getting it to think and stuff like that, which is super cool. So let me ask you this, right? We had talked about the industry before, like the overall industry, but now we want to get down to the specifics, right? So can you guys share a little bit more about your business? And I'm gonna let you guys know, I'm gonna be taking notes in my proprietary software that helps me make sure I'm on track with everything that you guys are saying. So I'm gonna share my screen, okay?
And Ebony, I'll let you kind of give that description of the mobile phlebotomy business, since that's your lane, so you can explain it better than I can.
All right. So let me see something. Here we go. All right, cool. I just want to make sure I can see what you guys can see, but I can see you guys now. All right, so when it comes down to it, yeah, I don't, we talked about it overall. I don't have to fill in all these fields, but y'all can see my screen, correct? All right.
Yes.
So,
Uh-huh.
so
Yes.
we're just gonna do overall, like I'm gonna fill in as many fields as I need to, and if I need to fill in extra, we'll do that. So what is you guys' company's name?
It's called Parker's Mobile Phlebotomy Service.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna just say mobile S service. Cause yeah, all right. Mobile service. There we go. And so I'm listening, but just as you guys know, I'm recording. So when you give me long answers, I'm just gonna shortchange it, right? Because I got the recording. So just speak, but I'm gonna type as fast as I can. Because I want to respect you guys' time. So when it comes down to it, all right, we got you. Okay, cool. Gary and Ebony. All right. And so the co-CEOs.
Yes,
All right.
we're co-owners.
Co-owners, okay. Maybe sometimes, like I mentioned in the actual book interview, chief everything officer.
Hmm.
So, hey, we got your number, 888. All right, cool. And the email, havefun@gmail.com.
Hmm.
All right, cool. So we don't need to worry about any of this. And you guys, just so I know, you are on the Eastern Time Zone, right?
Correct.
All right, cool. All right, so submitting this. I got you guys in. We're gonna do a new assessment for you guys. Selecting your company. You like to get paid in US dollars or like pesos?
Absolutely, in US
Oh.
dollars.
That one and all the rest of them too, but that's number one.
Oh, I love that answer. He's not limiting himself. There we go. All right. So, as I told you guys, I got so many different strategies to offer you. The book only focuses on 12, and even in the interview, we only went over like 3 to 4. I didn't want to make it extensive, but during this time, we're gonna go over like 3 or 4 again, but to tailor it to your business. And so you guys are okay with that, just making sure, right?
Yes.
All right. I don't want to take up too much of your time. All right. So, but the key thing here is what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that we go into finding as much money for you two as possible.
Sounds good.
All right. So when it comes down to it,
That's our favorite song.
what is it? Tell me.
Finding as much money as possible.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
That's our
Right.
favorite song.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna type that in. Right. I'm gonna type that in that I want you guys to know. We're gonna make a jingle out of that. All right. And so, why did y'all start your business?
So I recognized that there was a need
Okay.
in the community. Oftentimes people can't get to the labs because of, work schedules
Yup.
or just life in general. So wanting to bring our services to wherever they are, their homes, their work environment, their schools, wherever they're needed.
Okay.
I mean, wherever they are. Mhm.
And then when it comes down to it, like, do you see that you're making a difference with that?
Absolutely.
All
Yeah,
right.
people are grateful that they don't have to interrupt their lives to, go get this service because we come to them.
Perfect. Perfect. And when did y'all start this business?
Um, so December of 2021.
Okay, cool. So you guys are having success in such a short amount of time. That's beautiful. I'm really proud of y'all. So again, you guys said co-CEOs, co-owners. I love it. And if you could think about where you guys see yourself in like scaling in the next 5 years, when it comes to staff and your revenue, where do you see yourself?
So in the next 5 years, I plan to Maryland will be, established and up and running. I see myself expanding to Ohio, and even to the Houston, Texas area.
Nice. Any ties to those areas in particular?
So yes, our parents live in Ohio. So
Okay.
we want to be able to be there and kind of see after them. But also, so for me, this is really about also creating jobs for people who either are starting out, in their careers, or are just looking for flexibility.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that's key.
yeah. So those are the three places that I envision over the next 5 years.
Okay.
Um, I plan to have, so all of my staff will be contractors.
Okay.
So, um, so 4 staff in each of those areas. And then revenue, I see this being, I see us being at $1 million.
Oh yeah. That's we're gonna go for beyond that. But
Mhm.
that's a good starting point. Cool. I love that. So I just want to make sure I heard everything right. That over the next 5 years, you see yourself expanding just from beyond Maryland to Houston and Ohio. You want to have more family time with your parents, and just being able to enjoy each other as a couple as well. And then when it comes down to it, going Houston, Texas, overall, you guys are creating jobs, right? For people who want to be 1099 contractors, want the flexibility, and then want that aspect of being able to grow in an area where it is starting off and new. You guys notice the need, and is growing. It's just started the company, but you're having success already, and your goal is to get to that $1 million in revenue. Now, let me ask you this, right? I asked you about revenue, but is that $1 million in revenue or $1 million in profit?
So
Profit.
I want to see $1 million in profit.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page. Okay, cool. So, what do you feel that the three biggest problems that you currently face in your business? What are they?
Um,
I think the first one is just acquiring new sources, for referral sources for the business.
Okay,
Um, there's some professional relationships that Ebony's been able to take advantage of, but we would definitely like to open that up more to be able to, have more people to see and, enabling us to need to hire even more people, right?
right,
Um, so
right.
I think that's primary for me. I mean, I don't know what else you were going to say, but that's what
yeah, that's really actually what I was going to say. So acquiring new referral sources, um, growing our existing relationships, um, and
I think also being, we spend we work with a lot of cash, and I would love to see us in a position to maybe leverage, uh, you know, something other than that, whether whether that's funding, lines of credit, or whatever the situation is. But we've got money coming in, but we also use a lot of that, and it would be great to be able to leverage something other than just the cash on hand. If that makes sense.
So
Yeah, no,
preferably
that
grants for me.
okay. So you want to even leverage money from grants. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Collecting money from grants. So you guys are in luck, honestly, because I'm an income growth expert, right? So I know how to take money and put it into other assets where that money can grow. And then collecting money from grants, like you guys are servicing the communities. So that's what the government always wants to provide for, and even established businesses, they always want to give back to the communities because they're going to get tax breaks for it. So that puts me in the mind. Are you guys set up as an LLC or a S corp, like, or something other, sole proprietors? What are you guys set up as?
We're set up as an S corp.
You guys are set up as an S corp already, which is great. All
Yeah.
right,
Well, we
perfect.
have it's LLC with the S corp
With
election.
the S corp taxation. Okay, that's perfect. So that means you guys are working with a CPA or a lawyer already.
Yes, we
All
do have a
right.
CPA. Mhm.
Okay, so how close are you with your CPA?
Very.
All right. The reason why I'm asking is because I would love to be in contact with them, with you, and so I can ask your CPA to do some special things in your business so that we could put immediate cash flow, more cash flow. I want you to see what we could do with the extra cash flow, and how we could turn that into assets for you guys before we ever use your existing funds. Does that make sense? So I'm
Yes.
going to work on generating more cash flow for you so you can grow that and then take the worry off of yourself from using your existing funds. Um, so this is great. This is great. I appreciate you guys sharing so far.
And
Um,
we're gonna be able to do all of that within this 45 minutes.
oh no, 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 no. No, we're not doing all of that in this 45 minutes. That's if you choose to actually work with me. Remember, I made that offer to you guys. I have a lot of high paying clients that work with me and they get tremendous results. I usually only take them on for a year, but it's crazy. Everybody chooses to stay on for longer than a year and they pay me a high retainer to do that, because they get a lot of great results. Now, we're only going to go over 3 to 4 strategies. I'm just listening to you guys to figure out which ones fit you best. Okay.
Got it.
All right. So with that being said, cool. I want to get into the financials aspect, right? What is your company's current annual revenue? You say
So
you was
I
close
would
with your
say
CPA.
we're
So,
currently at 300,000.
all right, cool. And is that where you want to be? I know you said the 100, I mean the $1 million in revenue, but 300,000 is that's not where you want to be, right? Like,
No,
but it's a good start. It's a great
it
start,
is.
actually. So when it comes to, do you know your net profit margin, like as a percentage of that 300,000?
I believe we're at 50%.
Okay. Wow, that's great. And then for your gross profit margin, what do you feel?
20%.
All right, so I think it's the other way around. So where your gross profit margin will always be more than what your net profit margin is. Gross profit
Oh,
margin
I'm
is,
sorry.
yeah, it's
I
okay.
I'm used to, yeah,
You're
I wasn't
perfect.
listening to what you said, but yes, it is the opposite.
All right. So we got 50 and 20 and you got it, right? So look, I'm keeping you on your toes, making sure that you're listening. And you can see that I'm listening to what you're saying. So great job on pointing that out. And I would say that what I would say medical field, right? Medical equipment and
Um,
supplies, medical labs.
mm,
Is there industry?
Probably medical labs.
Okay, cool. And so look at that, right? You're already doing better than the industry. You're already doing better than the industry. Your industry averages are 43 for the gross profit margin. Yours is 50. And for the net profit margin, you got the industry average is 7%. You're making 20. So look, y'all already beating out your competition, which is great. I love it. Let's keep on moving on in that same mindset, right? So when it comes down to it, we're gonna look at a little bit about your valuation, right? I know I heard you say it, right? You said, I kind of want to expand to Ohio, but I'm thinking you want to spend more time with your parents and your family and, as a couple. Like, is that true? I don't want to assume anything.
Yes, definitely. So we love to travel. So we plan to do more of that in the future with our family. And so setting the business up to be able to run pretty independently.
Okay, that's good. So there are going to be investors that want to look into franchising this with you guys and putting forth that money. You guys got the system, you guys got the process. So as long as we clearly can communicate that to these investors, they'll be all for it. So
Yeah,
what we're
that's
gonna
something that my CPA mentioned. She said when I told her I was starting this, she said, this sounds like something you can franchise.
That's perfect. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have an estimation of any investor that wants to potentially purchase this or buy you out or whatever it may be, I have a number for them. Okay. Now this ain't a number that's guaranteed, but it's better estimation than just all in all like having nothing. Okay. So over the past 3 years, I know you guys just started back in 2021, right? But has the revenue been steady? Like, is it growing? Is it declining? Like for
Yeah, it's
your
definitely
business?
growing.
Okay, so if I could put it in a percentage, like how much do you think it's been growing?
Um,
Well, probably maybe, I don't know, we've seen maybe 15 to 20% growth
Okay, cool. That's perfect. So what
over the
about,
past couple months.
that's great. And then what about for your industry overall? Do you feel like that's growing, staying steady, or is it declining?
yeah, the industry is definitely growing. My insurance provider told me that, it's in high demand.
All right. And what would you say for percentage wise for the industry?
Probably about the same.
Okay, cool. So I'll say 15% because again, you guys are performing way better than the averages. So I'll give you that. And if you were to sell all your inventory, all your assets, what did you think that you would get for them right now?
Um,
So you're talking what, 3 vans, the equipment, probably one, probably
You don't have
150,
to
probably 150.
150, yeah, you don't have to be like exact. I'm just having like a overall estimation.
Yeah.
And then you say you have a great relationship with your CPA, which is perfect, right? So when it comes down to it, are they providing you with historical, current, and predictive revenue and expenses?
yeah, I believe that she has some, maybe not
She doesn't
historical,
do a
but
lot of
probably current
predictive.
and predictive. Huh?
No, I don't know that she does a lot of predictive, but the historical and the current for sure.
Okay, cool. So, right,
Unless
it's
she went over that with you.
not all three, but I will note that does two of the three. Two of the three. All right. And when it comes down to it, do you have only one customer that accounts for more than or at least 15% of your account? Like, are you one customer dependent?
No.
Okay. And then are a large extent of all your systems, processes, policies, and procedures in place?
Yes.
All right. It's documented, well documented, right?
Yeah. You have to do that before you even get started.
All right, that's perfect. The reason why I asked is because that for that franchise, we want to make that as easy as possible. Want everybody doing the same thing, communicating the same message. We go to Chick-fil-A in California, we go to Chick-fil-A in Atlanta, we go to Chick-fil-A in Ohio, Maryland, or Texas. It's all the same. You
Mhm.
get what I'm saying? I know what I'm getting. All right, so that's a clearly documented process, and everybody's following that process. So are your marketing and sales processes documented so that sales are predictable?
No, we could do better in that area. I think we put so much attention on getting started and getting, taking advantage of the relationships that the marketing is leaves something to be desired for sure.
Understandable. And then I already know your business model is scalable, but I'm still gonna ask, is your business model scalable? Like I want you guys to believe it.
Yes, it is. I mean, if we get to the point where we have the money to, start it up in multiple different places, then yes, the actual business,
The
the
model.
business model is
Yep.
scalable. Yeah.
I got you. And then is a large percentage of your business recurring revenues, like people
Yes.
who come in constantly using it? Okay, cool. That's
Mhm.
perfect. All right. And working with your CPA, have you ever had your business valued before? Like, do you know what the company's valued at?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're just gonna leave the number that's in the box, okay? All right, perfect. So, you guys have been having a lot of success. It's 2022 right now, so it's been about 4 months, 5 months, of you guys flowing and moving, and $300,000. Whew, that's phenomenal. What I would love to do is make sure you guys have a clear marketing message, so you are going out and impacting the community as much as possible, right? That will help with you generating more revenue to expand. So we're gonna work on your market dominating position, okay? Now, again, I get that you guys are beating out your competition, and that's great, right? So I get it. You guys might be unique, but it won't matter to all your prospects unless it's a hot button issue for them. Okay? A market dominating position is basically a unique selling proposition or distinct advantage that targets the hot buttons of your market. This is the foundational element of marketing. A powerful market dominating position, you'll hear me call it an MDP, has been known to increase a business's revenue by as much as 50 to 75%. Now I gotta stop to ask y'all, are y'all okay with your revenue being increased by 50 to 75%?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's gonna help you guys get to that profit, right? That profit that you said you wanted of $1 million. Just want to
Mhm.
make sure we're on the same page. Now, I'm gonna give you guys some examples of what a market dominating position looks like, so you can see how when it's in place, you crush all your competition. Like nobody goes anywhere else. They come to you because guess what? You are the bomb.com at what you're doing. So we're gonna talk about it. A dentist office that offers dental services at copay prices to non-insured patients. Can't touch that. A daycare that guarantees that your child will be reading at a second grade level before they enter kindergarten. Can't touch that. A real estate agent that guarantees to sell your house within 29 days. And if they don't, they're going to actually sell your house for free. Now, you just hired a real estate agent for free if they can't get the job done in 29 days. Phenomenal. Or a personal trainer that guarantees that you'll lose a certain amount of weight prior to your wedding day. Brides, they want to look hot for them pictures. They want to make sure that those memories are kept. And the wife, ooh, she wants to be looking good for her husband. I know Ebony felt that way for you, Gary. So, you know, an online course, right, that guarantees that you'll have a job within 30 days of graduation. Can't touch that. Can't touch that. All right. So is it clear to y'all on what the market dominating position is? I know we talked about it in the interview, but I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Yes.
All right. So what benefit do you offer from your target market or offer to your target market that separates you from all your competitors? Now, I heard one thing. I just want to see if you're going to say it again.
So by the nature of the business, it's convenient for
Boom.
them.
That's what I heard.
They don't have to interrupt, their lives, or their schedules for our service. But I mean, by the nature of the business, it is a mobile business. So they, would expect for us to be able to come to them.
And we also promise that they'll never feel the needle. They never feel it. There's
That's
nobody that has that guarantee.
woo.
If you
And
call us, you'll never feel it.
ah
I don't know if you
ah.
can do that.
Look,
We
look,
do.
Gary. Look, Gary. I'm all in belief with you. So you said never feeling the needle. Just close your eyes. Look, we done. We drew the blood and everything. We done gave you your fluids. Everything's done. So I like that. Nobody's touching that. Now nobody's touching that. Look,
That's
now y'all
market
gotta live up.
dominating.
That dominates. Y'all gotta live up to the promise. But that's
Yeah,
gonna get
she's
people
pretty
in the
good.
door. That's
She's
gonna get
pretty
people
good.
in the door. All right. So talking about the hot buttons of the prospects, right? They got the problem that they have that they don't want, and they want the result that they don't have, right? Like they don't have that result. So
And
I need
and
y'all help.
yeah, what I found is that because of the people that we specialize in, so the very young and the
Okay.
old, that's
Okay.
where our specialty lies. Now we will service everyone, but with medically fragile children, they're hooked up to multiple different machines. And so oftentimes the parent has to pack all of that stuff up in the car, take them to their appointments, unpack it when they get there, pack it back up to leave and go home, and unpack it when they get home. So we are saving them that by coming to them. For the elderly, some are bedridden, can't get there, or have to find rides, or that sort of thing. So if that ride is not available to them, then they can't make it. So then their care may be delayed, because if they're on certain medicines that need to know what the level is in their system, they can't get their medication if the doctor can't see what their levels are. So, these are hot
Oh yeah.
buttons
Yep.
for our clients. You have busy CEOs and whatever else. They can't, be taking time off to go stand in long lines for what they need. So, it's so we, that's just what it is.
Yeah, no,
So
that's
we try
perfect.
to
So
eliminate all of that.
that's great. So what I heard, right, and I want to segment it out, is that you service the very young who have parents that need that convenience factor and the ease of use for them. And you got the elderly, right? They can't necessarily do things on their own anymore, just like,
Mhm,
like a spring chicken. Like, it's a little bit harder for them. So you
mhm,
want to satisfy them as well. And then you got the busy CEOs. Now you say you can service everybody, but those three segments alone, those are your target audiences. Okay. So if you could create a market dominating position that addresses both the problems of those three segments of clients, right? And the results that you provide to each one of them, plus that, no, you ain't feeling that needle, right? By what percent would you think that will impact your business as a percentage?
100% at least.
And I'm gonna 100% agree with you. But guess what? We don't want to overshoot ourselves. When we're doing evaluations and what we're gonna offer in franchising, we're gonna work moderately, right? So you guys are a new business. We're gonna have to prove these numbers and everything that they work. Let's go with 20%. Okay, that's fair.
that's fair.
All right. So, and if we were to walk through your business, do y'all have employees or is just y'all right now?
I'm sorry, you said what?
I'm sorry. Do you have employees or is it just y'all right now?
It's just us right now, looking
Okay.
for the second half of the year to start bringing on, more phlebotomists.
All right. And if you can make sure that everybody uses that market dominating position in your company, like Chick-fil-A, everybody says my pleasure. Would you be able to implement that, right? When you're onboarding people, making sure they know what the message of your company is. You think you could do that?
Yes, definitely. That's the
Just tell
plan.
them you'll never feel it.
All right, there we go.
That's
All
our
right.
my pleasure. Tell them you'll never feel it.
I love it. I love it. You'll never feel it, right? Live up to that promise. That's your guarantee. Live up to that. But that's phenomenal. So if we could have everybody, even your clients, articulating that unique benefit in a single sentence, right? What further percent would that impact your business as a percentage?
I think definitely another, 50 to 75%.
Oh, okay, cool. Right? The word is getting out, word of mouth, referrals. You got your network sharing that information. I think so too. But again, I want to be moderate, right? So we're gonna say another 20%. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So when it comes down to it, how are y'all going about getting your clients right now? Now you talked about the referrals and things like that, but I gotta dive in a little bit more to that because all in all, I want you guys to get to that profit. And I know that once you guys have that market dominated position in place, market dominated position saying and statement in place, and then also you know where your leads are coming from and how to generate more leads, you guys are easily going to convert them. Especially with that, no, you're not feeling any pain, and I love that, right? So, what is your current lead generation process? Y'all running Facebook ads or something like that? Like how, like is it
Yeah,
literally just these referrals?
yeah, just the referrals at this point. And they've gotten us a strong running start. But no ads, no Google ads, none of that. No, no SEO.
May I ask why not?
We just haven't had the time. Number one, getting going, and secondly, having a being familiar enough with the way to do it, the strategy. We'd have to take the time to learn it ourselves and do it, or we have to have the cash flow enough to pay somebody to come do it. And those things aren't, neither of them are cheap. The time or the services, right?
Right. So when it comes
So
down
not that
to
we
it,
don't want to, we just hadn't.
yeah. So
It
you
hasn't
guys
been
would
the
be open to
priority.
it.
Absolutely,
All right.
absolutely. I mean,
Perfect.
if it makes sense for us too,
Yeah.
if it makes sense.
Okay. And then are you guys I didn't ask this during the interview. Are you guys familiar with direct response marketing? It's a tactical strategy on marketing, but are you guys familiar with direct response marketing?
So what is that? I
Okay,
don't want
cool.
to. We don't want to assume. So what does that mean?
Yeah, and it's never about assuming. So, right, I want you guys to see it as well, right? So, direct response advertising is something that evokes an immediate response or an action or a visit, a call, or a purchasing decision, right? It overcomes all sales objections and it answers all major questions, right? Now, you guys remember me mentioning the conversion equation before? Right? I'm talking to the person who has a problem. I'm giving them a
Yes.
solution. I'm engaging and educating them, and then I'm making that offer that they can't refuse. Now, nobody can refuse taking a shot and they can't feel it. Nobody can refuse that. Like, you don't feel it. So you see what I'm saying? That's come on. We got to make that offer out there, but we got to tell them where to go, where how to find you, right? So we got to get a direct response from who we're talking to and make sure that they're following and picking up what we're laying down. So, and we're going to analyze and track that information. So, do you guys currently use direct response marketing?
I think in the way that Ebony closes the doctors when she goes in to talk to them. From what I've seen, it's always so let's get started. Or when can we get started? Or based on the definition you just gave, I think that would apply as direct response because she's asking them to take some kind of action right now.
Yeah, no, I
And that's
agree.
my answer. I don't know, Ebony, you may want to give your perspective on that.
In that sense, because it's more of a either face to face, interaction. Um, so typically, they already know that they have clients that can't get there. The order only lasts for so long, so then they have to find someone to reorder the lab, that sort of thing. So I think when I'm talking with them, they're already putting in mind some of their patients that they know typically fall into this category. So it's not hard to kind of sell them because they know this will keep everything running. So direct response marketing in that way, yes, it gets them thinking about who, and then they have people ready to go ahead and provide
Oh,
the
I
service.
love it. I love it. You guys are doing a great job already. Just by doing that, you're doing it to the people who are referring you, new clients and stuff, because as soon as you're sharing what you got, they thinking of people, which is beautiful. I don't want you guys to only do that for the referring partners. I want you to do that for your clients as well. I want you to know that your clients know other people that are like them that they can start referring to you. So you want to give them the ability to also get you some direct response, clients and stuff like that. Okay. And so we want to make sure that everybody knows how to point people in the right direction. And that's where you saw that landing page come into play using the conversion equation, right? So do you currently follow the conversion equation in your marketing and advertising messages?
No, not yet.
Okay. But you guys remember it though, right?
Yes, in terms of like the engaging and the educating and that kind of everything you just explained.
And the
Yeah, and
interrupt.
yep. So that's
Uh,
beautiful, right? You guys gave different parts, but remember, it's a formula. So it has to be in order. If it's out of order, it does not work.
yeah,
Okay? I
yeah,
can't
that's
say BCBA and say that's the ABCs. No, it's not.
right.
It's
Yeah,
ABCD and keep going on. All
yeah.
right.
So to the what so that proves my answer. No, we don't.
Okay. So I just want to make sure we're on the same page with that, and thank you guys for both being honest. And do you guys? I already know what it is, but do you guys feel you have a highly compelling offer that your ideal client cannot say no to? Right? Like for me, I guarantee that I could find any business owner at least $10,000 in 45 minutes without spending a cent on marketing or advertising. So, do you guys feel like you got something like that? I know, Gary. I already know what you're about to say. Go ahead, say it again. Say
That's why I muted my line. I want the wife to say it. I don't want to hear her say it.
all right, yeah. You see, you're training her up to buy into that MDP. So come on, what you got for us,
Absolutely.
Ebony? Well, what
Absolutely.
is
I
it?
do think we do.
What is it? What's that compelling offer? What do you have as a compelling offer that you want all your clients to know? They can't say no to it. Gary, I guess she wants your help, brother. She forgot it already. I remember it, but I'm gonna let you go ahead and have it.
The offer is you'll never feel it.
There we go. All right. So,
Listen now, and keep in mind,
mhm.
she's the nurse. She's the nurse, and so she knows. She knows better.
Yep.
She knows some people are gonna feel it even if it's only in their mind.
Yep. Oh, 100%, right? So
Yeah,
here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna have her test the theory out on you. Okay? So she gets to poke you until you don't feel it anymore.
you know what? You know what? I actually had um an Achilles tear a few years ago, and I needed to take a shot every day. I had surgery and everything, and I had to
Wow.
take a shot every day. And guess who it was? And guess what? I didn't feel.
Wow. That's
Absolutely.
crazy. So
So
look
so
at that.
I'm the case study, bro.
You case study, proving
I'm
it.
the case study,
I
and I
love it.
can't stand needles. And
Look,
that's definitely a hot button for most
so you,
people. They don't like getting stuck.
you lock down a wife with gentle hands and who knows how to handle a needle. It can't do any better than that, brother. So,
That's
much
pretty
kudos to
good.
you.
Pretty
Much
good.
kudos to you.
And she's a looker.
Yeah, you got it, brother. You got everything right there. So God bless you. And so I wanted to bless y'all and y'all business as well for you guys being such an amazing couple. So if you guys implemented a direct response marketing campaign, both online and offline, that followed the conversion equation and offered a compelling offer to your ideal client so that they couldn't resist it, what impact would that have on your business as a percentage?
I think another, at least 25%.
Cool. That's great. All right. So that one I will say I will give you guys that 25%, right? I'll give you that 25%. I'll be nice on that. All right. So when it comes down to it, there's one more section that I really want to go over for you guys. Because we're running close in that time frame, so I don't really want to take up too much more of your time. But we're gonna talk about the digital marketing aspect because we talked about how you guys aren't really taking advantage of that. And I think that you might have a idea that it costs a lot more than it does. Okay, so do you guys have a website?
We do
Okay, and how many leads come from that website? I think it's zero from what you guys have been
zero,
telling me. Okay,
zero. Yeah.
all right. And how many leads do you get from marketing in popular places that are online, such as social networks, different groups, different blogs?
Right now, zero.
Okay, that's exactly what I thought. And how many sales do they produce? Well, you ain't getting no leads, so guess what? It ain't producing nothing. All
Right.
right, and then I'm gonna just give you guys an example, right? And as an example, a business that incorporates video into their campaigns, they experience a 34% higher conversion rate. So if we were to put together a comprehensive, I can already envision it, a comprehensive digital marketing improvement program for your business that included more compelling marketing and offers that are online and targeted at your ideal clients, right? Because you guys are at all that data. By what percent do you think that we should be able to increase your revenue, right? So I just want to share this real quick before we talk about that percentage. Imagine, Ebony, you giving the shot to Gary, and Gary's like, "You did it? Like it's done?" I didn't feel it at all. And then you got you guys got that MVP. You'll never feel it.
Yeah, it's kind of like, okay, I'm ready. And she's like, oh, I'm finished. I'm done already.
Boom, boom. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's teamwork makes the dream work, right?
And then the
So
commercial closes as he never felt it.
he never felt it. There we
Yeah.
go. So, like, you can already envision what that's going to do for your business and how much it's going to take off in that revenue. Like, you guys are not going to be far off at all from that profit that you want of $1 million and that expansion that you want to go to Ohio and to go to Texas. Like, it already dominate the market in Maryland, which you guys are already doing. So, what percentage do you think that'll increase your revenue?
It, 50% easy.
That's good.
50%
That's
easy.
good. Like, we already know you're not getting no sales from online presence. So,
Yeah,
look, I'm gonna
that's
do
very least a doubling.
that's how I'm gonna do 30, right? So when it comes down to it, right? Um, you guys explained for the digital marketing strategy. You really don't have one. Like the website is just referral based. We don't. There's nothing, right? No digital marketing. All right. So I just want to take that note for my reference. Again, I know I'm recording, but I just want to make sure I have that. So look, I actually went over only three areas, right? Only three, right? We talked about getting more leads, right? Doing digital marketing, and then impacting and putting in that market dominating position. You'll never feel it, right? And we cater to our three main target audiences. Nobody else, but our three main target audiences, right? So what that did was that was an expected increase in revenue of $333,000. Three hundred and
I'm,
thirty-three thousand
I'm
dollars.
sorry. You say what now? You
Oh,
said an increase,
an increase
increasing us to that or that much of an increase.
increasing that much. So you guys are at 300,000 right now, right? Now, before I corrected you on revenue and profits, y'all said y'all want to be at $1 million in revenue. So that
Right?
took you up to $633,000 in revenue.
Oh wow.
And then for your annual profit is
Just by saying
200.
he never felt it.
Just by he saying he never said it, like never felt it, and then guess what? Because you ain't saying you never felt it, you're missing out on all this extra money that could be coming you guys' way.
Wow. See, I told you that. I
You can.
told you.
I want to show you guys something because you just said it, and I captured that. I captured it on camera, right? I'm gonna type in yousaidwow.com, and we're gonna see what pulls up, okay? And when we see what pulls up, I just want to ask, did we do this? Did I help you find more than $100,000? Now, it took a little bit longer than 45 minutes because of the fact that I found you more money than 100,000. Phenomenal, isn't it? But you said, wow, I just blew your mind.
Sure did.
All right, so I just want to make sure we're on the same page. So everything that
Like, I love it.
everything that you just saw was great, right? So what's your plan to implement all this? Like, what's your actual strategy and how long are you going to take to do it?
I guess you're gonna tell us that too, huh?
No, I want to hear from you because remember, you guys aren't paying me. Y'all want to
Well,
work with me?
we're not currently doing it. So I mean, we're in need of the plan
Oh, okay. So
for
y'all
sure.
saying you would want to work with me?
Well, I'm saying that we would need a strategy, and I mean, you just wowed us on this part of it. So I mean, we'd be open to see what that actually looks like.
Okay. Yeah,
But
we
to
can.
answer the question you asked about
Yeah,
what the strategy is, we were just saying, I was just saying we
you
don't
would
have it.
need it. Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't have it. Okay, I got you. I got you. So would you need help coming up with the strategy on how to implement all this stuff?
absolutely.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about that, right? Because I believe in what you guys have and I would love to help you. Again, I have high paying clients, right? That give me a lot of money. I just showed you the goods and that was off of three strategies. There was a lot of stuff that I wanted to present to you and that could even put money in your pocket today, but I just couldn't because of the fact that we ran out of time and I got other clients. I got to get to those clients. But right, I want to make sense. I want to make sure that it makes sense for us to work together. Now, I'm working with two different personalities. You guys have both been amazing, but I want to make sure that it makes sense for us all work together. Is that okay with you guys? So we're gonna do a success questionnaire real quick.
Absolutely.
All right. So, do you have the capability to handle a sudden influx of new customers?
Yes, I think we do.
Okay. And then, do you have established policies and procedures for all the marketing and sales aspects of your business that are actually followed?
Not the marketing and sales, no.
Okay. And regarding your personal reaction to change, how would your friends or your associates describe you?
Yeah, we're definitely open to changing and open to opportunities so that we can grow our business.
Oh, wow. I love it. I love it. And then, are you coachable? Yes or no?
Yes,
Okay.
extremely.
I love it. Yeah, I mean, you guys have been flowing with me. I think this will be a perfect partnership, but I have to ask this last question, right? On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the greatest, how hungry are you?
Very, because we really are looking for time freedom.
Most
And so
business
we
owners
know
are.
that we have to have financial freedom so that we can have our time freedom.
You know it. You know it. And so when it comes down to it, scale of 1 to 10, what would you say?
We're definitely a 10.
10? Okay. I only work with 10s or higher, so I had to ask that question. If you said anything but a 10 or higher, we're not working together. Until you commit to me that you will be a 10 or higher. I'm not going to chase after you. We saw how much money you can make. I want to make sure you want that money for yourself as much as I want it for you. Because I told you I have other high paying clients and I can't split my time thin because I like my time freedom as well. Right. So when it comes down to it, boom, we got superb for working together. I hope you guys see the benefits of working with me as much as I see with working with you guys. And so when it comes down to it, right, we're gonna go through the market dominated position. All it takes is about 3 weeks to actually implement that and put that on a marketing campaign. When it comes to your leads, that can go concurrent. So we're gonna start that after the 3 weeks though. So let's take about a month to see how many leads we're actually generating from turning on that digital marketing piece. And of course, with the digital marketing piece, just say it's about 3 weeks. So the leads and the digital marketing piece are going to go kind of hand in hand, right? So within about 3 months, we should actually see phenomenal results to where you're getting high numbers like this. Okay. And so I wanted to make sure that's there. So you're gonna see a calendar. Usually with all my clients, I put them into a contract of a year. This is only gonna take us about 12 weeks. But guess what? In the year of 52 weeks, I got a whole game plan of how we can go through multiple areas. Because remember, I want you to get to that profit of that $1 million. The $1 million in profit, not just 226,000, but $1 million in net profit. Take home. Mm, mm. Okay, and then expanding. And so, of course, I can generate a report for you guys, if you choose to work with me. And I'm sure you're probably wondering, like, well, how much does it really cost to work with Will? Are you wondering that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm actually not that expensive. I'm actually cheap. So we're in agreement that we was able to see how we're going to generate an extra $333,000, right? $333,000. Now, my total pricing. Now you can either pay one time 60,000, one time, okay, one time, or you can break it up into monthly payments of $6,000. So I'm gonna take off the 60. Sorry, excuse me, my fault. So what looks better to you? 72,000 or 60,000? $6,000 a month or 60,000 to contract me for the whole year, and the rest of the money is yours.
So of course, you're
$60,000.
saving.
Good Lord. Can I get one strategy for $100?
You said one strategy for $100? Of course
Yeah.
you can. But bro, I gave you my book in your email. My book is in your email. So I didn't even charge you for
Oh,
that.
so I can read. So I can read the book and do all of this.
Oh, of course you can. 100%.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why I gave you the book.
Awesome, well, man. We appreciate it. You
Of
are you,
course.
you really do want to help people. That's great.
Yeah, I really do. I don't want y'all just in Maryland. I want y'all in Ohio. I want y'all in Texas. I want y'all in California. I believe in what you got. You got the goods. I want you in Florida. I want you in Georgia. Like, I want you in New York. Like, I see the franchising model right here. This is the next McDonald's. I believe in what y'all got. I'm just asking for a small percentage to help y'all get to where y'all want to be. So, again, which one is it? Like, do you want the $6,000 a month, or do you want the 60 for contracting me for the year? And then, hey, whatever you guys make after that, that's yours. It don't matter.
I want to read the ebook.
Oh, so you're gonna try and go for the free route. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Everybody tries to go for the free route, and then guess what? They circle their way back. So I would give you 48 hours to do what you got to do. Even if you take the three strategies that I mentioned to you, let's see where you are in the next 48 hours on how you're implementing all this. Remember, you said that you don't do any digital marketing whatsoever right now. It takes a lot of time to learn how to do that. And then you said that it costs a lot of money to hire a person to do all those things. I agree, it does. So not only are you paying for ads, you got to test them, see if they work. And if they don't work, you got to go back to the drawing board. Do you have all that time to waste?
No, I guess not. Now that you put it that way.
So remember, there's a cheaper option of 6,000 or 60,000. I'm not making you go with the 60. $6,000. I can clearly see from your current revenue, y'all got that. Unless y'all are telling me the expenses, something's wrong there. Y'all got high expenses and a lavish lifestyle or something.
Well, I mean, we do drive pretty nice cars. And, uh, I mean, the house is pretty nice. And the
I,
office is
I
all
would,
granite and
man, I would
gold.
love to see all that in person.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, our office address is the top of the Trump Tower. So, they're
And
not cheap.
look, I know it's
So I
not
don't know
cheap,
if I don't know if we
but
can do six of them. We're already doing 50 a month.
you're already doing how much?
We're already spending 50 a month
50 a month on what
just
exactly?
just to be in business. Our
50 of,
business cars, our
mm-hmm,
business office.
mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, the wife has to have Louis Vuitton scrubs,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah.
Well,
So
we're,
I mean,
well,
that's part of
yeah,
our brand. So you didn't ask us about our brand either.
yeah, no,
That's part of our branding.
that's amazing. I'm not sure what her having Louis Vuitton scrubs is doing for actually bringing in new clients. I'm not sure about
But
that, but
it's high end for the doctors. It's high end. That shows them that we're high end.
okay. So then it works with the referrals. That's great. So I like that. You can keep that. That's fine. If that's what y'all want to do, I'm not telling you to change anything in your business. But I'm gonna ask you, when it comes to you said for you mentioned the car. Now that's a depreciating liability, right? Is it putting money in your pocket? or taken away? Because you made it seem to me like it was an expense. Same thing for your office. Is it putting money? You guys are mobile, so like, is
Well,
it putting
we
money
are
in your
writing it off.
pocket or taking away? Huh? I'm sorry, I
We
missed that.
are right. We are writing it off.
You're writing it off. I mean, you hiring me, that would be a contractor expense, and you could write that off as well. You said you guys are an escort, so um, literally that 50,000 that you're paying, do you not see it translating over to actually grow your business to where you said you want it to be?
I mean, I guess so far,
I, I,
we feel like our logic makes sense.
yeah, so I don't actually want to. If you guys don't want to work together, that's fine. That is perfectly fine. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. So, what is holding you back from working with me?
Would you be willing to charge instead of the 6,000 a month? Because we do want
Hmm.
to work with you. Would you be willing to do like 5,800 a month?
5,800 a month?
Yes. I mean,
Sure, sure.
that would help us out tremendously.
$5,800. Okay,
That's
that
what we can
actually
do.
that sounds fair. That sounds fair.
Ebony, what do you think?
I
I don't
look.
know how I'm talking.
I usually I don't give discounts in my business, and so I'm gonna have to actually that's oof. You're asking me to cut my costs and take on some new expenses and some time. What if I ask for a revenue percentage of the sales you make from what I'm actually helping you generate? Is that if I take that 5,800 and then ask for a percentage of the sales, like maybe 2%, is that okay with y'all?
So I'm trying to understand, Gary, are you saying 5,800 a month, or that would be the initial investment that we could give him to get started?
No, per month. So instead of the 658
Instead of
per month.
6,000, give him 5,800.
Yeah. Like 5877.
I mean, that's your husband. That's your husband. So I would just like to
Wait a
ask,
minute, what's that supposed to be?
what I'm saying is in a sense, you gotta. All right, so I do relationship consulting on the side too, and so I
Oh, now we need
always
help with our relationship?
no. I'm saying what it is all she did was ask for confirmation because you want to lead, and she's going to follow what you're saying. So she just wanted clarification, and she just want to make sure you guys are on the same page. So you know, I want you guys to be on the same page. Successful
Okay.
marriages work when the people are on the same page. So she's just asking for clarification.
All right. Well, you cleaned it up, so that'll work.
So you said the 5,800 and then the 2% of generated profits.
Yes.
Ebony, are you cool with that? Your face says otherwise.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Look, I don't want to. I just want to make sure you can see this. So you got like I'm not trying to like hide anything from you guys. Okay, so look, let's map it out. Let's map it out. Right, 69,000 plus that 2%. Like, you see how that's more than 60,000? I just want to make sure we're on the
Yes.
same page.
Yes.
It turns out to 69,000. And then guess what? We only implemented 3 strategies. We implement more, y'all gotta owe me 2%. So y'all sure y'all want to go that route?
What you think, wifey?
So so it's 60,000, right? If to 60,000, and we would owe you nothing else.
Correct.
But if we don't have 60, which we don't, to get started, so the 6,000 a month and the 60,000 don't work out
That's what your husband was saying. Correct.
because it's 12,000 more dollars at
Mm-hmm.
6,000 a month.
Correct.
So why not 5,000 a month to get you to your 60?
Yeah. Right. So I only do a discount for people who are paying up front. So if you're not paying up front, you're not going to get that discount.
So then you don't charge 60, you charge 72, and you give a discount if we pay the whole thing. So
If
actually you charge 72.
if you feel that that makes more sense, then yes, I agree. Yes.
Well, I mean, they're not, it's numbers.
It's with the numbers, yeah.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. So I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Where y'all looking at heading?
So let me ask this
Look,
question.
can I ask
Yeah,
y'all? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
you mentioned earlier that I could take your book that explains. Oh, I'm sorry. They were talking to me.
You're fine.
So you were mentioning the strategies are outlined in the book. If what would other than the time, because I mean I'm assuming even if we weren't with you, we still have to go do the work, right?
Yeah, so it's like a cheat code, right? So I would be helping you. We would meet for an hour every week. So here's how the process would go. Every week I will be contacting you guys, especially for those 12 the 12 weeks that we said we was going to agree upon, right? For the implementation phase. So when it comes down to it, I need at least 4 hours of you guys' time in that week. Now, not all at one time, not all at one time, but 4 hours throughout the week. So can you commit to that? 4 hours a week of implementing what I'm trying to tell you to do? Because if you take the book, it's going to take you a lot longer than 4 hours. But if you got me, you got all the book's knowledge talking to you.
Okay.
So you could do it your route.
So
There's
you're
nothing wrong with
basically
that.
short. You're cutting the curve, or you're saving us time.
Time, and you guys said time was a hot commodity for you.
Yeah.
I don't want to take away your time. Now, remember, you guys said you're in profit, and I want to point out $333,000 in profit compared in revenue generated and $226,000 in profit compared to 60,000. Like, I mean, look at the chart. Like, what are we really even talking about?
You're right. You're right.
Peanuts.
Do you take cash out? I'll send the 60 right now.
I look, I love the fact that you want to pay right now, and I'm okay with that. I do Stripe, because I want you guys to have everything properly documented so that when you get back with your CPA, who we're also gonna, circle back around with since we are gonna agree to work together, that everything's there, and I want you guys to receive that max benefit for, the investment that you guys are making.
Owens, you killing me, man. Killing me. I want to send it. I want to send it cash out right now.
You want to send a cash app right now? That's
Cash
fine.
out right
That's
now.
fine. That's fine. That's fine.
No,
I ain't got no problem with
we'll
it.
do
I was just
strike.
trying to help you out.
We'll do strike. That's cool.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
ready to pull the trigger, bro.
Let's
Wife, you
go.
all right with that?
Let's go. Wait, I gotta wait. We gotta get wifey's
Yes,
agreement.
yes,
Sorry.
that's fine.
Look at
All right.
that. Powerful
So
I'll
couple.
just take it
what
out.
kind of
I'll take it on
guarantee
my
do you
penny.
provide is what I would like to know.
Yeah, guarantee. Look, we're gonna go through this first 12 weeks, right? And if you guys show up to do your job, I'm gonna show up to do mine. Like 100%. And guess what? Even if you don't show up, I'm gonna show up to do mine. You won't see the impacts in your business of $333,000, but you will see impacts in your business just from me helping you with the market dominated position. Whether you choose to put that on a digital campaign or not, that's up to you, right? But I'm also going to be helping you teach and talk to, or I mean, helping you talk to and implement that communication to everybody you come in contact with. So even if we don't do the digital aspect and we just stick to word of mouth, just have you been doing, and you still use your Louis Vuitton clothing and all that, your scrubs, you're still gonna have a major impact. So my guarantee is that I'm giving you all my effort, right? And you got literally no risk, honestly. Do you feel like you have a risk?
No, I mean the numbers they speak for themselves.
And
So as long as you can, I mean, help us to make that happen, it makes sense to me.
okay, cool. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page because I don't want y'all feeling like y'all are, put at risk or I'm taking too much. I want us to be having a synergistic relationship.
Well, I just don't want us to have to start getting these scrubs at Walmart because we're paying this coach.
All right, so
Or
look, I promise you won't have to do that. That's my guarantee.
so,
You can
so if
keep
you
your
can
Louis
make that happen
Vuitton.
for us, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I guarantee that you get to keep your Louis Vuitton scrubs. Since you mentioned it so many times, I can tell it's very important to you.
It is.
Fashion, yeah, that style. I want you to upkeep that and keep your image
Yeah,
in that brand. So we're good on that. So y'all are y'all cool with that promise and that guarantee?
I like that.
All
I'm
right,
good with it.
all right. So this has been amazing. I
Did he
appreciate
answer
y'all.
your question, Ebony?
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, do
Okay,
y'all have any
awesome.
other questions? Nothing else? All right. It's been amazing.
So when will we start working? Like, how does this work? Like, is there an initial, like, are we going to have a meeting where we plan what this is
Do
going
we
to
start
look
tomorrow?
like? Are you going to, show us, how this breaks out over the period of time that we're working with you, since we are paying you for a year's worth of work?
Yes, and I don't want to give you guys overwhelm you guys, right? We don't ever want to overwhelm. Let's start focusing on these first 12 weeks, okay? I'm gonna give you the entire roadmap. We're gonna work through that, but let's start with the first things first, okay? Let's not get away ahead of ourselves. Can we agree to do this so that we can get this?
Okay, so it looks like we're not starting for till a month from now.
Oh no, 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 no. I'm gonna make it so we start as soon as you guys are ready. So when are y'all ready?
I'm ready as soon as I get off this plane.
Okay,
I'm a,
so we are in April and we are on the 8th. Cool.
so yeah, I'm home by 7.
So
So
can we plan for Monday?
I mean anything after 8. Oh, Monday.
Yeah, so can we plan for Monday, the 11th?
Okay, cool. It's literally just clicks of buttons. And all of these will happen through Zoom. If you guys
You
ever
know
do
what?
want
I have a potato salad contest to go to on the 11th.
Oh man, look, you making that potato salad sound way like it's better than $300,000 in revenue. I gotta try this potato salad.
But the award is $1 million. So that's another way we can get to the million.
You look. Well, I guess we meeting on the 12th then.
Yeah,
But
I
I'm
guess
just
you're right.
happy to be in
I'm gonna,
partnership
I'm
with
gonna have
y'all.
to I'm gonna have to take a nap after eating all the potato salad, but that's cool.
Look, I'm happy to be in partnership with y'all. I love the energy. I love the jokes. I love the dynamic between you two. This is gonna be great, and y'all are gonna be
Oh no,
so
no, we
happy
dead
with the
serious, bro.
results.
No, I
What'd you say?
literally got to put. Oh, we dead serious. I literally have a potato salad eating contest on Monday at the 11th.
Well, look, uh, I'm gonna be praying to God for you to take that and get that $1 million. I don't know how you make yours, if your potato salad is
Oh, man.
Amish or whatever it may be, but
It is, as a matter of fact.
look at that. I'm taking
My secret
guesses.
is I actually go to the Amish and buy it, but that's between us.
All right, I'll make
Ain't
sure
that
this
what I do,
recording
wifey?
I'll make sure this recording goes nowhere, but only between us. Because
Mhm.
yeah, I can't have you giving out your secret sauce and your Krabby Patty sauce to everybody. Okay, so we'll
My
keep
man,
this between us. But
I appreciate you so much.
yeah, look, I like I said, I love this dynamic already. We're gonna have a lot of fun, especially over these 12 weeks. And I'm saying this: if I prove to be everything that I said I was gonna be, and you get to keep your Louis Vuitton clothes, like, can y'all refer me to other people that y'all think need to go through this?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Okay.
you get us that 300, bro. We'll tell whoever.
Because you see how well it's working for your business. You guys are doing so well that people keep referring more people to you. I want to show that you guys had such success in your business, and it was all through implementing what I was sharing in my book, that you guys are giving my book out as business cards to every successful business owner that you know. I just want to make sure it just makes sense. So we're all good, right?
We're good.
Sounds good.
All
I'm
right.
with it. Yep, we're with it.
So I'll send the agreement and actually the invoice through Stripe to you guys, to your email that's on file. But I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all take it easy. I got all your information. I know we plugged in, basic information that was not really real for you guys, but I just really wanted to get into us having an idea of what you guys can do for your business. So again, thank you for your time, and I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna stop recording this now, and we'll talk again.